Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3-and-out. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
The 47-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit different.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job, buddy. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hill. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Black Knights offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 35, here's 2nd down and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
At the 37-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 37.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Devin Lloyd. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Hi, baby,
so their
how are
first
you?
punt on 4th as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now comes the Chicago defense getting ready for the next possession. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, and pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Shoves him aside.
Hard to get in an MI like
Get him
Daddy.
down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Number 87. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, second and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A 4-yard gain. Brings up second and goal.
They're going to look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Third and goal.
You watch football, sweetie, getting so to be watching hard with the woman next to you making.
No, they stop it right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
For the extra point.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Brings up third down and 11.
Me. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and down he goes. Nick Bonito able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
3rd and 2.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to put a drive together. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. The Black Knights offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been doing it through the air and on the ground to start the season, currently leading the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback here in the month of September. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the
back to throw.
It's 2nd and 8.
Got a man and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
First down, Black Knights.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
2nd and 13. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on for the 5th time here today. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And again, he'll find Gronkowski complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
out of the gun now on 3rd down. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Looking to put a drive together. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
But desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
2nd and 15. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
He'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. And all the way down to the 42. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 40.
Here's Roethlisberger. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And the Jaguars.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Number 13. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Hands it off out of the gun. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. 8 yards there on a first down.
Complete to Michael Pittman. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Chicago.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now back to throw. And fights him off. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Back at the 45-yard line.
Now Roethlisberger. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
16 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hanson with our EA Sports halftime
Our trip
report.
around the NFL starts now, and it starts with a good one in the NFC West. Okay, Brandon, thank you. Starting to feel like fall outside, isn't it? Week 7 on the schedule. Let's get right into it. And this is the Niners wideout. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. From there, it's on to Cincinnati. Checking in on the Bengals, they're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's Tua, one of his 2 touchdown passes here in the first half. This one's at halftime, and it's the Bengals have taken a lead into the locker room. 17-14 the score. One more to show you real quick. We go to Houston. It's the Texans taking on the Jets. And here is the running back. He's going to get the carry here, and look at him go. The Texans lead it by a couple of touchdowns at the half. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, in our game, just 1 touchdown on the board. 7-0 is the score, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Dances by him. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2nd and 11. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
They'll try and he's going to go down again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum, because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now a hit and a loose football.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 50 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Their mobile quarterback, 29 yards. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now comes the Chicago defense getting ready for the next possession. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
1st down, Black Knights.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 28-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's now
we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Now comes the Chicago defense getting ready for the next possession. They got the stop last time that resulted in a punt, and then it resulted in 3 for their offense.
And this is one time where the defense won't get credit for creating points, but that's exactly what they did. All right, forced them into a punt, turned it over to their offense, and guess what? Points went on the board.
Points went on the board, 3 of them. Now they'll be looking for another stop. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Roethlisberger will throw. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 1.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Roethlisberger. Throw out wide is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Ben to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
1st fifth 10. That's a
Running lanes were at a
41-yard
premium in the
line.
first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now Roethlisberger to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Ayuk goes in motion. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First down, Chicago.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
First shot,
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. We often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Roethlisberger. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
86, Dalton Kincaid. 8 yards on the pickup Brings up second and 2.
McCaffrey running up the middle. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. McCaffrey on the toss right. Shedding through the defense. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Roethlisberger. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
That's another Jaguars 1st down.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
That guy's going to want the football a whole lot more. I'd hate to be the offensive coordinator now because all he's going to say is, how come I'm not touching it more? Did you see me out there moving around, wiggling, and making it happen? Give me the ball, coach.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Ryland on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
Number 34 on the
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd and 7.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The pass.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fielded at about the 28. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
Chris Godwin. A gain of 9 yards. And the Jaguars.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Intended for Michael Pittman. Incomplete. Nick Emanwari on the coverage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for Gronkowski. Out route, he's got him. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Staying on his feet. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. A handoff as they run the counter play. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Jaguars 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jags. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
Roethlisberger's pass complete to Christian McCaffrey. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
now
2.
it's Roethlisberger. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Jaguars first down.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Be ready! Be ready!
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Roethlisberger will throw. Listen. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. 2nd down. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd down and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Number 34.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here is 3rd down and 4. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
46-yard line.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
back to the ground. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
At the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard.
I want a woman scream at me, push me, and spit on me.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Chicago, the win moves them up to 5.
I want a woman to punch me.
Nothing like October football. Welcome in, everyone. This is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 6. I'm Scott Hanson. We begin with a good one in the AFC, and it's Caleb Williams. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. The Texans improved to 4-2 on the year with another win. Next up, it's the next matchup in the NFL International Series games. And it's the home team's quarterback. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Dragons win their 2nd straight as they get the victory here. Lastly, got one more to show you here. And oh, look at this. You know he was dying to make a big play here. The former Steeler, George Pickens. Just get his hands on the football and let him do the rest. 58 yards for the score. The Browns get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. That'll do it for us. Until next week, Scott Hanson in Orlando. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.